There are thousands of videos on YouTube trying to show you how to trade options. I'm here to show you how to find options and trade them successfully. Watch this video and you'll see and learn. Hi everyone, this is Mehdi at Choosing Options. First of all, I just wanted to apologize for not being 100% ready for this video tutorial or anything else that you see wrong with this video. This is the first time that I'm doing this, and I'm taking the put them out and you will learn as you go approach. The second disclaimer I have is I'm not a licensed broker, advisor, licensed anything. I'm explaining what works for me, and hopefully it's going to work for you too. The bottom line is, in the long run, I'm planning to start a club, investment club. So hopefully you decide to join me or us, but that'll be many, many months, weeks down the road. As you know, you can either buy an option or sell an option. But for me, I've been more successful selling them than buying them. It's very hard to be successful in a long run buying options. Uh, I basically, don't get me wrong, I still buy them though. The reason I buy options is for insurance purposes, and that is to control the gammas and deltas of my portfolio. Um, if you're successful at buying options, please do let me know because I want to know what's your strategy and how you do it to be successful in the long run. Your job as an option seller is to take advantage of time decay. Um, I like to find options on stocks whose volatility is at their peak high, at least between 50% to 100%. And also on the other side of it, have a stable price range so they don't get out of range. It's doable, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, here's what I do every day. I scan the whole market for high volume stocks or the stocks that have pretty tight gap between ask and bid prices on the options. And also on the criteria, I have the implied volatility of those stocks be consistently higher than their historical volatility. Here's a scan that I did last Friday, April 20th. Okay, this column is the implied volatility minus the historical volatility. As you can see, all these numbers, they're all positive. There are no negative numbers here. Then, but the reason for this is it shows stability. Whenever we have the implied volatility higher than historical volatility consistently, that's a sign of the stability of the stock. Then I'll go to historical volatility, the 5-day, I'm sorry, 1 week. 5 days, 1 week. Uh, Let me see if I can find this thing to move here. Okay, here's a 1 week historical volatility, 2 weeks, and a month. In other words, 5 days, 10 days, and 20 days. And I want them to be in a row, like one month higher than 2 weeks, 2 weeks higher than one. If that's the case, you should see a one here. So that would be the slope is going down. So when it goes down, that tends to the implied volatility will follow the historical volatility. So as that's going down, sloping down, it'll drag implied volatility down as well. So these are the ones that you want to look at. The ones that with the other way, you don't want. All the ones with 1 in this column, those are the ones that you want. So that's my next criteria. And then the next thing I look at is the 52 weeks price range, which would be this column. If it is trading anywhere close to 5% of the high, let's say, like this one is right on the border, it should be, okay, but I wouldn't go any higher than 95 or lower than 5. Let's see if I can find 5. Like this thing, I wouldn't touch. This guy, no good. So 5% low, 5% high, anywhere from 5% to 95%. That's the trading range. That would be this column. If all these conditions are right, the next thing I go to is a daily standard deviation move, which is this column right here. If this stock has gone over 1 plus or minus 1, I'll take a note of it. I won't trade it today on that day. I'll take a look at it on the next day or for 1 or 2 days after and follow the stock and see if it's a good stock to trade. Finally, I should say the last thing I think is the last thing, is the earnings report. I trade, in my experience, I average around 27 days. When I sell an option, I average in about 27 days, I close it. If I look at the earnings, if the earnings are within 35 days from now, I won't trade the stock. It has to be like 40 days from now, at least 35 days from now. That's the last thing I look at. There are websites that will tell you that information. Let's see, I can go to here if you don't know how earnings whisperer right here. These people, they're pretty good. They'll let you know what day the earnings are going to come out on that any particular stock. Follow these criteria, and I guarantee you can see a big difference in your results. If you're a beginner and don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. In a matter of week, I'm going to put out another video on how I trade and explain difference between calls and puts, or maybe combination like strangles. All that stuff I will cover. And every day I try to do a scan and put them in my channel. So subscribe. Let me know what you think. Ask questions. Let me see if I can fit this thing in here so you can see the result, the full result. All right. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I think this is much better. You can see the whole deal. Yikes. Okay. Go ahead and take a snapshot at this page. 1, 2, 3, 4, number 22. And take a snapshot at this page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 43. Come on. Snapshot at this page. 59. Oops. Take a snap of this page. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, here's SPX. I wouldn't go anywhere below wherever the volatility of the SPX is. So anything below that, I wouldn't sell. I would buy, but that's another session. Actually, I go maybe 10%, 10, 15% above this, but this is pretty high. So anywhere from 90 and up should be good. But I wouldn't go anywhere below 83. That's my threshold. Is SPX's you know volatility percentile. So good luck every day. I'm going to try to do one of these scans and post them on my channel. So come on back. Hopefully I get to cover more. I don't know what I didn't cover. Ask questions and subscribe. Have a nice day. Happy trading.